You got that video from
Welcome to Daddy Bits, your trade idea show hosted by yours truly, the Trading Daddies. I am your host, the ugly one, and as always, my amazing co-host.
What's going on? Teflon John here.
Tefleezy Fosheezy is in the heezy. Bro, you see that video? Joey B?
Riding dirty.
Biden was just straight riding dirty. Biden was riding dirty. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen that video, and we're gonna cover that actually today. But I feel that there is a new king in pickup EVs. It's gonna be very interesting to see what happens to the other quote unquote electronic pickup EV companies, aka Ride, Lord Sound Motors, RIP. If you guys want to know more about our thoughts about the situation, make sure that you guys hit the subscribe button, hit that post notification bell, give us a nice preemptive thumbs up if you guys like this content, because it definitely helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Let more people get to see this stuff, right? And if you haven't yet, make sure that you guys drop in the comment section below the stocks you guys want us to cover. We're actually covering a few today. And I guess that is it. Let's get to it after this banging intro. Always a new one, because Canva wants to copyright us if we don't do a new one. Let's actually, you know what? Let's get to the meat and potatoes of the show. Let's get to the QQQ. John, something very interesting happened in the market today, and it gave us some hope.
Well, jobless claims dropped, so a lot of investors, hopped back in the market, and that was the play of the day. And pretty much tech ran today. You're looking at QQQ actually ran about 2% today. It seemed like the dip never happened. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you were long yesterday at the very bottom, wow, congratulations, because you're pretty much, QQQ itself ran 4% within a couple of days today and yesterday. So if you had, some tech holdings, congratulations. A lot of cloud stocks were up like 3, 4, 5% today. But for this one, it clearly broke all of resistance today. So very strong move. Most likely we will have a slight dip tomorrow, but I think this might be it. This might be the buy the dip scenario.
Yep.
And then we might have to ride this all the way up again, up until there's another plot change, right? So.
Yep. For the ETF traders out there, the QQQ, to me, it's still a very viable play, just because I do see something very interesting on the QQQ right here. This MACD has not even touched and crossed over yet. Yes, because of this big pop today, and we broke through resistances. Very bullish sign, by the way. We might see some sideways trading action for the next couple of days until this lagging line kind of falls a little bit more. And then once it crosses over, it's off to the races again. Watch out for the EMA 9. If this ever crosses over the 20, this is it, Chief.
Yeah, we have a lot of tech plays that were oversold, and it's, they're showing signs of life again.
Definitely. Let's take a quick look at the NASDAQ futures. NASDAQ futures, wow, pretty.
Yeah.
Broke the wedge.
This is it, Chief.
Broke the wedge. So more tomorrow, in my opinion. I think we're going to see some really good tech bounces. Is this the return of growth stocks? That is a very good question.
Don't scare me, man. You know how sell in May, come back in June?
We're in the 20th day of May. Is it like a sell in May for the first half of it, and then maybe the 10 days after we're good to go?
Right?
Is that a thing? Because it's been teasing me. It's been teasing me, John. I don't like being teased. I like to be wined and dined. I like to put some lipstick on before I get, you know what I mean? I'm just not that kind of. I'm not that kind of lady.
Wine and dine, chicken tenders and wine.
I like to wine and dine. Let's take a quick look at the SPY. The SPY
was strong as well. Broke. Remember we talked about how there's two resistance to break, and it did. It broke it today. So yes, we did say that there was continuation today, and it did happen. 1% for SPY, and that equates to about 2 to 3% for your favorite stock. Very strong move today. Broke a couple of resistance. So now what we need to see is a bounce off of 413.65 ish.
Yep. I feel like because of futures, it's probably going to gap up.
Yeah.
Always remember that when these stocks gap up, right? Remember that there's a potential for a pullback, and I would be cautious within the first 15 to 30 minutes of the trading day, because usually that's when the pullback happens. So when it does pull back, it's either you load up at that dip or you wait until you find a true bottom before entering the play. All right, let's take a look at SPY futures. I'm liking the futures today, dude. Yeah,
it's setting up for a clean bounce rate here, but most likely we'll see it tomorrow, first hour.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. The first stock that we want to cover is GameStop. We are not going to cover GameStop. First stock we're going to cover is Ford. Very interesting on America's first ever car company. They did show us a video of young Buck Joe just riding dirty.
Do you have it?
I don't. I couldn't pull it up. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen it on Instagram. We'll post it on their Instagram. But Joey B, the homie Joey B, the captain of the Biden bump, was riding around in the Ford Lightning, which is the electronic version of the Ford F-150.
Looks exactly the same.
There's a reason why, right? So a lot of the Ford F-150 owners are love the F-150s because of its reliability,
right?
And it's a workhorse. It's a workhorse vehicle. Okay. Now, if you change it too much, right, aka Lordstown Motors, if you change it too much and make it look super futuristic, aka Lordstown Motors, you will not capture the loyal Ford F-150 drivers. You won't. There's no way around it, right? What's really cool about Ford F-150 drivers is they see this shell, and if they see new brains and new engines or whatnot, that's where they get really excited, right? Nothing fundamentally changing about the looks of the car. It still functions as a pickup that's a workhorse, but not to be confused with Workhorse, the trash delivery company, trash EV.
Nikola
or Nikola, whatever. You know what I mean? But this is the very interesting part about electronic vehicles. So with so many electronic vehicle companies coming out to market, offering IPOs, there's hype around it saying this is going to be the Tesla killer. This is going to be the next car that's going to 20x your investment. Exactly, right? Remember, when it comes to EVs, there is such a thing called proof of concept. When you see prototypes that are running, not doctored vehicles not doctored videos rolling down hills in a semi rolling down hills, running on water, essentially. That's what hydrogen or water and run on water. No, hell no. Right? With the new green revolution, people need to see that there's actual proof. And the fact that the president is actually driving this car.
That sounds like a pump, man. A Biden
pump.
Yeah.
A Biden pump. But again, from the oldest vehicle manufacturer in the world, in the world, in my opinion, right? Ford was the first cars out there who pioneered the assembly line. Right, and has evolved in different cars that brought us my least favorite car in the world, the Mustang. I was about to say Cumstain. I hate Mustangs, but the fact that they have that history of like producing vehicles, this is it. There's no other company, and you saw what happened to Lordstown.
Mm-hmm.
It was a downgrade from how much?
Oh, from $18 to $1. That is so disrespectful.
Imagine getting downgraded from $18 a share to $1. You are done.
Yeah, they dumped almost 21% for the day.
You're
Just
going back to the pink sheets, my boy. You're going back to the pink sheets. You're an afterthought now because Ford is coming out with an F-150. I'm not a fan of big trucks, but I am a fan of electronic vehicles, and I do believe that this right here could be a stepping stone in the right direction for electrification for Ford as a whole. I mean, we saw the Mustang, the Mach-E, and I've seen that running around, and it's okay. I'm just not going to buy one because it's a Mustang. But that's the way I see Ford. Any thoughts?
Ticker symbol F. It's actually a solid chart. This one's a long-term play. We got to check out, how all of these EV plays are going to come into play. But Ford itself, it's been up 150% for the year. Just an incredible, run because they've been slumping for the past 5 years.
Yeah,
and they haven't really, innovated or caught up with the actual trend. And then next thing you know, they had the Biden bump.
Biden pump,
whatever. All right, but the chart actually looks good for long term. Okay, for all the blue chip investors, if you guys want to look into, car company, EV company. I guess Ford's an EV company now. But yeah, I like the chart. But there is, if you want to buy it cheap, obviously, 1203, you can still get it for cheap. I really do think it's still going to consolidate within this area. Okay.
So right around here,
12-ish. Yeah.
Right here. This is essentially the line of resistance is right around here.
Yeah, because yesterday, okay, the 19th, yesterday, it closed at what, 1211. Okay, and then we saw the pump, right? That's a doji right there, just hanging around, right? That could signal a trend change. Okay, so
yeah.
I wouldn't be so hyped up about this this chart, but this is a long-term play. There you go. That's just my opinion.
There's many factors too. Like if you are going to play Ford, I do think that Ford could be a potential leap, but I wouldn't hop in now. So think about it this way, right? We saw proof of concept. Now what's really going to matter are deliveries and interest. Okay. We know that the F-150, as I mentioned earlier, is a fan favorite for truck drivers. If we see deliveries or high enough pre-orders,
demand,
right, that may be a catalyst for them to move on the share price. But I don't see this moving to past the $20 range for another year or two, in my opinion. It's just it's such a big company.
Yeah. It's
such a big company. The next stock that we want to cover is AT&T.
Oh, AT&T's been juicy, man. They've been wild this week.
AT&T's been wild, dude.
They've been wilding.
AT&T be wilding.
I like how we covered F and now we're T.
Yeah. What's next? X.
Z. Zillow.
Zillow.
Yeah. We're just doing the alphabets. We should have covered Zillow.
We should.
Anyways, we're looking at AT&T over here. Okay, so AT&T has been on the hot seat for the past few days. Obviously, they've acquired. Okay. And Discovery, and look what I mean. The investors really somewhat sold off. They didn't like the whole acquisition, right? And then now on the chopping block, the CEO is trying to defend the dividend cut. Okay?
Oh yeah,
and I can't stomach this because I have AT&T shares and I'm here for the dividends. I mean, what if they cut dividends? What's going to happen? I might have to switch over to Verizon.
Oh, there might be a switchy-to-roo.
Okay. But anyways, in our chat room, in our Discord chat room, people were saying, hey, like, is this going to fill the gap? And I was like, you know what? Yeah, it will. Look how cheap it is.
Yeah.
It's down, 10% within a week. Okay.
Shout out to Jungle Janie on our Discord. She's the one who pointed this out.
Yeah, and it will fill the gap. Just it's just that AT&T moves so slow. Okay, so if you want to play the gap on this one, pick an expiration, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 months out. Okay, That's just in my opinion. But this stock will bounce.
It will bounce. That's a big gap to fill, and
Yeah.
I think in the future, I'm gonna draw the actual gap that needs to be filled here.
Yeah, it's by 31.
Like right around here, right there.
Yeah.
Right there. That's the gap that needs to be filled. And then now it went into oversold territory. It kind of did a bounce today. We might see some consolidation. But again, if you guys are following our trades, remember that this is, by no means financial advice. These are stocks that John and I talk about on daily, and some ideas we definitely get from our Discord and some people in the comment section down below. If you guys are following our trades, make sure you manage your risk accordingly. And if you guys win on some trades, give us a shout, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, tell the enemy the wrong stock to buy, and maybe maybe you can get some revenge. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to our one of our watchers, subscribers in our YouTube. He actually mentioned Ideanomics as a stock that he wants us to cover. So we're gonna get into that right now. John, what do you see on Ideanomics?
So for Ideanomics, ticker symbol IDEX. Okay, this one is about almost a $2 billion company, and then the float is about 400-something million. Okay, so roughly it's trading at $2.80 right now. The chart is not that bad. It's not that bad looking. At first, when I came across this, I said, "Hey, you know what? Is this a penny stock?" But it actually has it's $1 billion. Plus, on top of that, what's cool about it is Shane McMahon, Vince McMahon's son,
Shane McMahon,
Shaney O'Mac.
Shaney O'Mac.
Shaney O'Mac or whatever
from the corporation. Isn't that a corporation when he was battling Triple H?
Yeah.
Was that the court? That was a storyline. I remember those days.
Oh man, those were the good old days. But anyways, he's the one of the board of directors for the company. So if you're following him, if you're a super fan, obviously you're investing in this company right here. Today it almost hit a hammer. Okay, closed at 280. It's sitting at the 50 moving average. So we're right at the tipping point. Okay, it just needs more volume because an EMA 50, it's always hard to break.
Yeah.
Okay, because there's tons of sellers there. Because first of all, let's look at the past 3-4 days, right? Past 3 days, it's been hovering around the moving average 50. Okay, and then we saw yesterday and 2 days ago it kind of like parked below the 50. So there is resistance there. Okay. I do see a pop coming because it does have a small float. Okay, this one has potential, but I wouldn't hold on to this for long term. This would have a short term pop, I would say.
There you go. You go. Cool. Thank you for covering that. And that is it for Daddy Bits for today's show. We'll catch you guys back on Saturday for our podcast. We do have a special guest, so stay tuned for that. And if you haven't yet, make sure that you guys hit the subscribe button, hit that post notification bell, give us a nice thumbs up if you guys like this content, and then drop in the comments down below what the stocks you guys want us to cover so that we can definitely cover that for you. So shout out to Hector Rodriguez, who actually gave us the idea for Ideanomics, the idea for Ideanomics. That's very interesting. Follow us on all our social media. Follow me at Trading Poppy. Follow John at John C Trades, Trading Daddies for the both of us. Hit us up on our Instagram, obviously, tradingdaddies.com for all you using your merch, 15% off your entire purchase. Robinhood sucks. And guys, last night we had an amazing free seminar for the Bust Down Investments Academy. If you guys missed out on that free game, make sure that you guys stay tuned. We might do another one fairly soon. But for the people who went through that seminar yesterday and gave us some positive feedback, we really do appreciate you guys. And I can't tout this enough. Make sure that you guys hit up our friends over at Bust Down Investments. They do they'll help you out in a way that you don't even think that you can, right? So think about it this way. If you're a new trader and don't know where to start, if you're an intermediate trader who has an idea of what you're doing, but just want a little bit more push, a little bit more juice, a little bit more tools in your arsenal in order for you to become a better trader, or if you're a seasoned veteran who just wants to brush up on skills and see other trading styles, that could be definitely beneficial for you. We have different packages that range from a couple of weeks all the way up to the full package that definitely fit your needs, also your budget. So please make sure that you guys hit up our friends over at Bust Down Investments so that you can also see our pretty faces on some screenage. You know what I mean? But with that being said, let's get trading. And remember, guys, that the charts do not lie.